Okay, hi, hello, it's me, Mckenna. What's up? On today's episode of Hee It's Mckenna, we're gonna find out which brand makes the best insulated bottle. I just want to say quick, yes, I'm in the back of a car right now. I don't have anywhere else to film at the current moment. This is just where I have privacy to film. Anyways, thanks to VSCO girls, insulated bottles have become all the rage, and I mean, rightfully so, seeing as though we had such a hot summer. Plus, reusable bottles being a trend is also a great step towards helping and healing our planet. But is the Hydro Flask really worth all of that money, or is it just a trendy fashion accessory that you overpay for to fit in with all of your pals? Well, we're gonna find that out today. I really just want to give my unbiased feedback as like a regular person point of view. So I'm gonna be testing 3 different brands of insulated bottles today. First off, we have the YETI, which comes in at $39.99 and it holds 26 ounces of liquids. Next, we have the Hydro Flask, which comes in at $34.95, which holds 24 ounces of liquids. And next we have one from Target. The brand is called Reduce and it comes in at $18.99 and it holds 28 ounces of water. So these bottles are all around 25 ounces, give or take. Luckily enough, my boyfriend's dad has a YETI, my boyfriend's mom has a Hydro Flask, and I have the Target brand, so I didn't even have to buy any bottles for this video. So we're not only going to be testing if the bottles keep the water cold, but I've set up a ranking system for a lot of other categories to really decide which bottle is the best overall. The first category being design. Does the lid seal up nicely? Can you drink out of it easily? And can it fit in a standard car cup holder? And that will be ranked out of 10. Next, we'll test convenience of the bottle. Can you hold it easily if you're on a walk? I personally go on a lot of walks, and that's pretty important to me when looking for a water bottle, and that will be ranked out of 5. Next, we'll test the washability. Is it user-friendly to clean this bottle? Will you need extra accessories to clean the bottle? Is it dishwasher safe? This will also be a ranking out of 5. And lastly, finally, does it hold up to the promise of keeping the water nice and cold and insulated for you? And that will be ranked out of 10. I'll add up the scores and we'll just find out which one's the winner at the end. So I will be switching between present day Mckenna, that's me, as well as hey, past tense Mckenna here. Okay, so I'm gonna let past tense Mckenna go in for the first category of design on the Reduce bottle. Okay, I am on a walk right now and I am using the generic Target brand. Not generic, it's just like a, I guess like a dupe of the Hydro Flask. It's just an insulated bottle that's not Hydro Flask or whatever. I like this bottle. A lot of things about it are great. The lid is like super secure. It has like a vacuum seal on it. See that like weird little rubber flap right there? So it makes it feel like the water is not going anywhere. I've had bottles in the past where when you put the lid on, it doesn't ever feel like it's actually secure, and then it'll like leak if you throw it in your bag or something. This does not do that at all. I'm in the car now, my boyfriend's Nissan Cube. Very hot. Anyway, the point is not that the Cube is a sexy car. The point is that I need to see if it's going to fit in the cup holder, if any of these will fit in the cup holder of the Nissan Cube. Now, obviously, different cars may have different cup holder sizes, but the Cube is what I got, so the Cube is what I'm testing. So here we go with the Reduce bottle from Target. Will it fit? Oh my god. Well, like almost, but no. It doesn't fit. If I put it upside down, well, no, that's ridiculous. No one's gonna, hey, if I put it up, no, that's ridiculous. No, it doesn't fit. There is a little thing that I don't love about this bottle when you're drinking and you're walking. I never talk to my phone while there's people watching me, but that's fine. I'm gonna do it now. Anyway, if you're drinking while you're walking, you have to stop because otherwise you'll splash water everywhere. It's just awkward. It doesn't work out. So if it had a smaller tip, that would be good. Not that big of a deal. Oh my gosh, let me tell you something quick, story time. I was just on a walk here and I called 911 because the power line was buzzing and I saw a spark. And I called literally 4 minutes ago and there's already a power people here trying to fix the power line. Did I just save the town? It was probably gonna like light on fire and light the whole town on fire if I didn't call the cops. I'm a hero. So all that being said, I'm going to give the Reduce bottle an 8 out of 10. While it does have the very nice seal of the lid, the kind of awkward way you have to sip it while you're on a walk, and the fact that it's just a little too wide to fit in a standard cup holder made me ding it a couple of points, but other than that, I think it's a really good design for the bottle. So let's move on to the YETI. The sealability of the YETI is nice because it does just kind of close right on tight. Something redeeming about this bottle is this sippy lid, so you can drink while walking without worrying about it. But we know this isn't gonna fit because it's way fatter than the other one, so yeah. So I'm giving the YETI a 6 out of 10. It does have that nice sippability with the sippy lid thing, and the seal of the actual lid is fine, but I think the bottle in general is just too wide and bulky, and I don't love that in order to use the bottle without the sippy lid, you have to buy a separate lid. That's kind of like eh to me, so let's move on to the Hydro Flask. Next we have the skinniest of all. Oh my gosh, she fits. You would fit! One thing I don't like as much as the Target brand one is how the lid seals. It feels secure, but it just doesn't give me that same like suctiony good feeling that the Target one does. Like it doesn't just lock all of a sudden and feel tight. Oh yeah, I forgot. It has the same kind of mouth as the Target one where you can't really drink it when you're walking. It's a little too wide. You'd have to stop, otherwise it'll splash on you. That's another thing about this that's like, To me, the only real positive about the Hydro Flask is that it can fit in a standard car cup holder. Other than that, I don't love how the lid seals on it. Sometimes you'll kind of miss where the thread is supposed to twist on, and it's just kind of annoying. So I'm giving the Hydro Flask a 6 out of 10 as well. Okay, so next we're gonna be talking about the convenience of the bottle and how it is on a walk. Okay, so I'm on a walk right now and I'm using this Reduce bottle. So the good thing about the strap on this bottle is that it kind of can grip my finger as I'm walking, and I don't have to like put much thought or anything into holding the bottle. It just kind of will hang on my finger, and if I want to hold it with more fingers I can, like that. I've tried putting it around my wrist before. It doesn't really work out. You'd have to have a pretty tiny wrist for it to actually be comfortable. So I do like the detachable strap that it comes with. I think it's very functional. If you're on a walk, you're holding a water bottle, it's not going to be the best circumstance, but it's not the worst with this strap. See how it just dangles? It's good. I like this bottle a lot. Loris, I like you a lot. I just saw Hamilton for the first time like 2 months ago and I've been addicted. I get it now. I'm late to the party, but I get it now. Anyway, that's Reduce. I'll let present day Mckenna take the rest of the talking. Okay, so I'm giving the Reduce brand a 5 out of 5 on the comfort of walking with this bottle. I love how it grips on the finger, as you saw. So yeah, 5 out of 5. I'm walking with the next bottle. It is the YETI. So I already noticed something I don't like. It hurts my knuckles and I can't really comfortably hold all 4 fingers. I kind of can only do 3, but my knuckles are already getting red and I just started walking with it. That's not great. It's not that redeeming. It's a very tight little handle. Okay, I have to give the YETI a 2 out of 5 for this. It has potential to be nice to hold, but I have pretty small fingers and I can't imagine having fingers any bigger than mine and trying to hold that bottle around. I think it has potential, but it's just not there. Okay, and now we have the Hydro Flask. It has the same kind of vibe as holding the other Reduce Target brand one. I like the swinginess of the lid. I think that's very fun. It does not scrape the knucks at all, which is good. Hydro Flask, all right, cool. For the Hydro Flask, I'm giving it a 4 out of 5. It's just not quite as perfect as the Reduce brand to me, so I'm giving it a 4 out of 5. Next, we're gonna get into the washability of the bottles. Okay, hi, so let's test the Oh, the cat meowed. Okay, hi, so I actually just recorded this entire part, but I didn't have my microphone turned on, so let's do this again, baby. Okay, so we have the Reduce bottle. The first thing I will say about this bottle is that it is kind of difficult to hand wash because you can't really get in the lid that well because it has this type of crevice in here that you can't really get into. You'd need like a Q-tip or something. I don't really know. You need something very narrow to get in there. And obviously you can't reach down in here with a hand to scrub it. So you'd need a bottle brush to actually get in there to scrub this. You can fill it up with hot water and soap and shake it up to get it cleaned. But the good thing is that it's dishwasher safe. So if you have a dishwasher, you can just throw the whole thing in there and not even have to worry about it. And then this little piece detaches, so you don't have to worry about that getting weird in the dishwasher. Like, I don't know if it would work or not, but you can just take it off and set it aside and throw this bad boy in the dishwasher. It's also good because the material is that like soft silicone feeling material, so it's not gonna get banged up in the dishwasher, which is a really good feature for this bottle. So I'm giving the Reduce brand a 3 out of 5 since you do really need a bottle brush to clean it unless you have a dishwasher. Okay, so the YETI. This does come with the 2 lid pieces. This one is very easy to clean. There's no part that you can't reach with a sponge, and same with the other part of the lid because it's shallow in here, so you can just really get in there to scrub inside the lid and all around with no issues. And then the best part is that you can actually just shove your whole hand into the bottle to scrub it clean, which I don't know if everyone would be able to do that. A man or somebody with bigger hands than me probably wouldn't be able to because it's already kind of hard for me to get my arm in there, but I can, which is a good feature in my eyes. And then if you can't reach your hand in there, the best part is that it is also dishwasher safe, so you can just throw it in the dishwasher, not worry about it. I would say that it might get dinged up on the outside because I've already noticed some dings on this bottle, some little scratches. So that might be an issue if you put it in the dishwasher, but it is technically dishwasher safe. This is something I will never do on camera again. I've realized it's a bit much to see. It's a bit much. So for the Yeti, I'm giving it a 5 out of 5 on cleaning it. It was nice that I could reach my hand down there and it's dishwasher safe, so there's really nothing negative about cleaning this bottle. So the Hydro Flask, unfortunately, is not dishwasher safe. So in order to clean this bad boy, you would need a bottle brush, or you can do the hot soapy water method and shake it up. But if you actually wanted to get it really thoroughly clean in there, you'd have to buy a bottle brush because it's not dishwasher safe. The lid is easy to clean because the threading is like on the outside, so you don't have to worry about getting in any divots or notches. You can just scrub it with a sponge just fine and it'll be totally clean. But for the bottle, you cannot put it in the dishwasher, which is a big con in my opinion for people who do use dishwashers. You really have to have a bottle brush to give it a nice deep cleaning. And I'm not sure how the material on the outside would keep up with scrubbing it. You might want to use the soft side of a sponge to scrub the outside just so it doesn't get scraped up by the coarser side of the sponge. I don't know if that would scratch it up, but I could imagine that is a thing that could happen. I don't know. Okay, I have to give the Hydro Flask a 1 out of 5 because you really do need a bottle brush to clean this bottle. You can't just put it in the dishwasher, unfortunately. It's not dishwasher safe. It's just not really a user-friendly, easy thing to clean. Okay, and finally, possibly the most crucial step, unless you don't care about drinking cold water, but then I don't know why you'd have an insulated bottle if you didn't care. Anyway, the most crucial test. Does it keep your water cold? Okay, now is the moment we've all been waiting for. I bought this thermometer the other day just for this experiment. I'm gonna open it up and we are gonna start the temperature test on the bottles. Okay, so a couple days ago, I filled up this 64-ounce bottle with tap water and put it in the refrigerator so that it could be nice and cold for this experiment. And I'm gonna fill up all 3 bottles with this water so that each bottle has the same water and there's no incontinuity with this experiment. I don't know. Is that a word? So I'm gonna take the initial temperature of this water first. Let's see. I guess, I think, yeah. It looks like the temperature is 39.2 of the initial bottle. So let's go ahead and record that as our initial temp. So I'm already a couple hours into my experiment of testing the waters, but I was FaceTiming my sister and she said it's probably a good idea to do like a control of a regular water bottle just to have some like relativity of how well they do insulate regardless of which one's the best. I don't know, just thought it might be nice to have a control. I feel like you're supposed to do that in science experiments, so here it is. This is also tap water too. Conveniently enough, the controlled water is also at 39.2 at the beginning, so that's consistent and good. I've decided I'm going to check them every hour for 6 hours and see how drastically each bottle drops in temperature. I mean, not drops, raises in temperature. So my boyfriend recommended to me to do a special kind of chart. I actually have to copy what the chart is. He texted it to me right here. Okay, so this side has degrees. Wow, how did he know it's gonna be 40 degrees? He's a genius. Okay, so I recognize it's not the most beautiful chart you've ever seen, but we have our degrees on the y-axis, our hours on the x-axis. We're gonna chart the graph of how drastically each bottle drops, and that's gonna be our temperature test. I really have no idea what to expect out of all of this. So I'll see you in an hour to see what the initial drop is. And yeah. Okay, it's around 3 o'clock now. It's been an hour since the initial pour of the bottles. I've outlined this in Sharpie so it's easier to see. Anyway, it's time to do our first temperature measuring thing. I'm gonna do each bottle in a different color on the chart. I'm gonna start off with the Reduce brand bottle. Okay, so 43.4 is the temperature of the Reduce bottle. Let's do YETI next. Okay, the YETI is 44.1, so it's a little bit higher. Ooh, this is fun. Okay, let us go in with the Hydro Flask. Okay, for the Hydro Flask, we have 43.8. Okay, it's time to check the control. So our control is at 52.1 after 1 hour. I'll see you guys in another hour. Okay, so it's right around 4 o'clock. Looks like the Hydro Flask is coming in at 45 degrees even. Okay, and the YETI has come in at 45.4. Okay, and the Reduce is coming in at 44.4. Okay, it's time to test the control again. Okay, it looks like the control is at 59.5. Obviously, it is drastically changing way more than the insulated bottles. That's kind of the point. I just think it's fun to see how insulation works. I don't know. Okay, it's around 5 o'clock. Time to do the next temperature test. Wow. The Reduced bottle is right around 45.4, and the YETI is right at 46.8, and the Hydro Flask is right at 46.5. It's crazy how consistently they've been declining so far. Okay, we are officially 4 hours into the project. It is 6 o'clock. It looks like the Hydro Flask is at 47.5. The YETI is also at 47.5. That's interesting. Okay, and it looks like the Reduced brand is at 45.9. Wow, this is very crazy. All right, our control is at 63.7. There was actually finally a drastic difference. Okay, it's right around, oh, it is 7 o'clock. The Reduced bottle is at 46.7. Nice, nice. Torn out the lights. That's an inside joke with me and my boyfriend. The YETI is at 48.4. Okay, and the Hydro Flask is at 48.5. Okay, sorry about the continuity of everything. I'm delayed on the control water because I decided later. Anyway, I'm in a different location now. It looks like our control is at 666. No. Wow. We officially only have 1 more hour until we do the final test. Exciting. Okay, it's 8 o'clock, meaning it's time for the final 6th hour temperature measurement thing. I'm like nervous. I don't know why. Why would I be nervous? Okay, the Reduced bottle is at 47.7. The YETI is at 48.7. Or it was at 48.7 before I moved the thermometer. Wow, it didn't go up that much this time. That's interesting. And the Hydro Flask is at 49.2. Okay, it looks like our control is at 69.8, baby. I'm gonna let present day Mckenna take over to talk about the chart more. Thank you for doing scientific things with me. Okay, so it's been about 24 hours since I put in the initial water to each of these bottles. I wanted to do one last test of each of the temperatures just to see if anything drastic happened with any of the bottles, which may or may not change my ranking for said bottle. Okay, so it looks like the Reduce is coming in at 58 degrees. Okay, weirdly enough, the YETI is also coming in at 58 degrees after 24 hours. And the Hydro Flask is coming in at 59.1 degrees after 24 hours. And our control is coming in at 62.7 degrees after 24 hours. So I have our chart here, and as you saw from all of that footage, the Reduced bottle definitely was the coolest throughout the 6-hour test. And then after 24 hours, it was the same degrees as the YETI, which the YETI started out at the bottom, and then it ended up pulling through on top of the Hydro Flask towards the end, and then the Hydro Flask had the highest temperature after the 24 hours. So here are my thoughts. Obviously, the temperatures were very close the whole time, only 1 to 2 degrees different, so all of these bottles really do insulate just as well as the others. But for the critical nature of this test, I'm going to be giving the Reduce a 10 out of 10 for keeping the water cold, just because throughout the whole experiment, it was cooler than the rest of the bottles. And then I'm going to be giving the YETI a 9 out of 10 because it was just barely a little bit warmer, and then I'm giving the Hydro Flask an 8 out of 10 because it was just barely a little bit warmer. So these are all going to keep your water cooler than just having like a plastic bottle. As you saw from the control, what took 24 hours for an insulated bottle happened in 2 hours for a plastic bottle. So obviously these all are a good option for keeping your water cold. But for the overall ranking after the design, the washability, and how easy it is to hold, we do have a winner here, and that winner just happens to be the reduced bottle with 26 out of 30 points. Next, we have the YETI coming in at 22 out of 30 and the Hydro Flask coming in at 19 out of 30 points. I will say, I think all around, our reduced bottle came in with the most redeeming qualities for each category. Not only did it stay the coolest for the first 6 hours, it also felt the most comfortable to hold. It's also dishwasher safe. It has a nice smooth exterior, but it is like half the price of the other two bottles. I can't stress this enough. The way that the lid locks on is the most satisfying thing ever. I love this bottle. I use this bottle regularly, so I think it really does deserve being the winner of this competition. The YETI is a good middle ground. I definitely like the sippy lid of the YETI. I think that's great. It is a little wide, and I feel like it's a little heavier and bulkier. It's actually like way heavier, which I didn't even notice until now. And we have Hydro Flask in last place. The fact that it's not dishwasher safe is big to me because I know how inconvenient it can be to use a bottle brush. And even though it was only a couple degrees difference, it just didn't keep up enough to be almost double the price of the reduced bottle, in my opinion. So there we are. Is the Hydro Flask worth 35 bucks? Probably not. Moral of the story is, I guess price doesn't always mean the best quality of product. Obviously, at the end of the day, most of the rankings are my opinion, so you can judge for yourself which one you like the best based off of what I shared. But I do really love the reduced bottle, and I will continue to use it. I've already been using it for a couple weeks. So yeah, that's it. Congrats, Reduce! You winner, chicken dinner. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment below if you want me to test more products. I want to make this a series on my channel where I test different brands of different products. I've done it with shampoos, I've done it with jeans, I've done it with a few things, but I want to do that more. It's like a lot of fun for me to do, and I've been getting some good feedback from my shampoo videos, so please do comment below if you have any suggestions for things you want me to compare and test out and rank and see which one is the best. Also comment below your favorite insulated bottle. And thanks for hanging out at my channel. I know I haven't posted in a while and I'm extremely inconsistent with my content, but you know, life happens and I can't always be posting on my YouTube channel. I am almost to 4,000 watch hours. I'm almost able to monetize my channel, which is very exciting and monumental to me because I've been making videos for like 5 years and I've been striving for this for so long. So I hope you do enjoy my content. I want to give entertaining and also maybe useful content to the people of the internet. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. Thanks again. Love you so much. I'm excited to finish editing and post this video.